Hey guys, welcome to tonight's call. It is August 4th, and we have beautiful Megan Warpy taking taking it over and teaching us some things about leadership. I'm super excited. I have my notebook and pen next to me, and I hope all you guys do too. But Megan, if you want to take the mic, I will put myself on mute, and we have started to record.
All right. Thank you, Emily. So in Katie's training right now, Nina and I are reading a leadership book. This one is, Developing the Leader Within You. And so I'm actually reading two leadership books right now, so I just want to touch on that tonight. So to begin with, they talk about 5 different levels of leadership. So if you guys wanted to write down those 5 different levels, the first one they call is just your position. So just really, if you're a Beachbody coach, we're kind of a leader in that aspect. Or if you're an emerald or, ruby or diamond, we kind of take just that position where we feel like a leader. But there really isn't anything past that. And the next one is permission. And so that one's based on relationships. And this is kind of my favorite one to really touch on and how it relates to us, because it's really what we're doing with our customers and not being salesy. We're presenting ourselves as leaders, especially on our Facebook pages or on our blogs or Instagram, whatever social media we're reaching out to people on. So when we build our relationships with them, people follow us because they want to, because they have that relationship with us. And so I feel like that's a really important one for us just to continue to work on. Let's see what else I wrote about it quick. Okay, and then so the next one is production. And so that's the next step up, and that's kind of where you would go next as far as the leadership ladder. And I was really hoping this would happen, so I'm glad there's not a ton of people. Here, eat these. So just based on your results, so people see that, you're doing well and they want to follow you and be like you and be inspired by you because of what your results are. And from there, the next part of the ladder is where you're developing people. So, you're seeing those results, people are finding value in you, and as a result, you start to do about 20% less of the work, and then 80% of your work ends up being in just developing other people. And the last level of leadership is just being that top dog that people really respect you outside of the organization that you're working in. So outside of Beachbody, people would see you as a leader and someone who's really influential. So that's really what we're reading in Katie's Diamond Group right now, and that's kind of just the summary of what he goes over. There's another leadership book that I'm reading right now, and it's by Deepak Chopra. Have any of you guys heard of him? He's kind of a spiritual leader, but it's kind of neat to see his side. He takes Eastern and Western philosophy and puts it together. He actually taught a leadership and management class at Harvard for quite some time. And he's really... Please stop. Please stop. So anyway, this is kind of where my passion really lies. Have any of you guys just ever felt like things were going perfect and things were falling into place, and you felt this passion from within you, and it's just like things would come to your mind and you would be like, oh wow, that goes perfect, and your gut kind of follows those things? Definitely, yes. Okay, so Deepak Chopra really talks about working within that space and how we get to that space to help inspire others and stay in that space. So he calls it really leadership from the soul. And I feel like this is just really important stuff, and I find it really valuable, so that's why I want to talk about it tonight. So it's really getting into that kind of zone and then continuing to work with that. They call it kind of synchronicity, when things come together like that. With kind of your passion and what you give out to other people. So one of his quotes that he said in there, and what a leader is, he said, great leaders are those who respond to their own needs and the needs of others from a higher level of spirit, with vision, creativity, and a sense of unity with the people they lead. And really, he just says leadership empowers a group to perform at optimum levels And they just really understand what people's needs are to help them perform. So his biggest thing that he says is just that people really feel like they all want to feel kind of in unity. Mark, please stop. I'm sorry, my husband's not home from work yet, so this is what I'm dealing with. I'm so sorry. So he just, like I said, people want to just feel in unity with others. And so if you're able to make them feel that way, or part of something like Beachbody and our team, and part of bringing that up is just that when we come on these calls, you know, we're feeling more in unity with each other, and we're able to become better leaders because of that. And so he breaks it down into kind of the acronym LEADERS. And so the first part with the L would be look and listen. And so he says to be an unbiased observer and not to judge anything in advance when things are happening. So really taking that time to kind of step back and not always just react to things, but look at the whole picture and, like he says, look and listen. So I kind of thought of you, Jess, when I was reading this with like your boyfriend and fishing, and like when a fish comes and bites, like, you know, sometimes it might not be a fish and you need to just kind of observe, look and listen and see if, okay, is this the right time to pull back or isn't it? And I think it's kind of the same with leadership. We just need to kind of take a step back sometimes and look at the whole picture. So the other one is emotional bonding and not living in crisis mode. And clearing away toxic emotions so you can clearly understand the emotions of others. So really cool thing about Beachbody is that we exercise as part of our job. And they find that that actually helps get rid of some of, you know, that toxic emotion. And then he also recommends like meditation, and we are doing that challenge this month if you guys wanted to kind of get into that and just really help get into that space where you know yourself and you're not reacting based on what's just happening in front of you. You can kind of take a step back and connect. So I feel like it's so important when we're like bonding with the other people. I'm so sorry, guys. My kids are barking. Especially in our challenge groups, or like when we're at a playground, or, you know, like just with the whole 5 steps or 3 steps of inviting, like the whole part of it is just not just giving people, okay, this is what you need, this is what you need, but they just talk about bonding with people. And I think that, you know, just concentrating on that in every single level that we do with our business. So even with the other coaches. The other part, let me just look here, is just awareness of who we are and what situations demand. So, guys, oh my gosh, please stop. I should have locked them in a closet or something. Could I have done that? Would that been okay? Okay, so can you say hi to everyone? Be thankful that there's only 4 people on the call. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So, as at the, oh my gosh. Okay. I'm so sorry, guys.
Don't even worry about it, girl.
I feel so bad.
Don't worry.
I kind of missed a part that I really wanted to go over, but, I wanted to talk about just like, you know, when I started, oh my gosh, when I was first ever on one of these calls, like I didn't even want to show my face. Like I wanted to take the computer, turn off the video, and there was no part of me that even, I was just like shy, and it's just not in my nature to be like that person, that leader. And I had to really step back and tell myself, like, okay, this is something I really want to do. Make the decision. Like, okay, I'm going to do Beachbody, and this is where I want to go with it. And I needed to assume that position and assume that, okay, if I'm an almost 15-star diamond coach, how am I going to act? And I'm going to get on the call every single week, and I'm going to be a leader and show everyone that this is what we do. And I'm going to post in the Movement Makers, and I'm going to post in the Movement Legacy, and I'm going to do all these things because that's what a 15-star diamond coach would do. And so instead of waiting for that position to come to me, I'm just assuming that position right now. So it's kind of a bummer that we don't have newer coaches on this call, but I hope that they do listen to the recording and get past my children screaming and understand that, you need to step up, and it's such a perfect environment because we are all such awesome people in that group that it's just a place where it is comfortable to step out and be that person. And just, even if you're 2 weeks into the business, you're 2 weeks newer than the person who's just starting in the business, and they're going to look up to you just as much as everyone else. And if you're Googling a question and you find the answer, even just posting that in the Movement Legacy is going to show people, like, maybe they were thinking of it. Or even coaches that are older will think, oh yeah, that is something my newer coaches probably want to know in the beginning, and maybe I can talk to them about that. Or it's just going to kind of continue to inspire everyone to remember the basics, or just whatever it is. Just I think posting and putting yourself out there and trying to be that leader, just doing it and not thinking about it, and just getting past that part of being scared about it or nervous or shy, just doing it and getting that confidence will help open you up to grow in this business and lead others as they do come in and make you more comfortable. So let me just see if there's anything else from that Deepak book. I'll just go through really quick. He talks about awareness and just being in tune with yourself so you can be in tune with others. Just like I was talking about doing. So he says all leaders must do by example. And part of that self-awareness he talks about is empowerment. And so that's when he says the soul comes with like self-awareness and Mark, please stop. And he says that when you have that empowerment and self-awareness, you're not affected by the opinions, good or bad, of other people, that you just stand strong by yourself. So if something happens with your fit club, or your sister-in-law says something nasty about Beachbody, you're not affected by those things because you know who you are and you know why you're doing this and you know what it can do for other people. So I think that empowerment thing is huge. And he talks about how it's not selfish at all, and how when you are empowered, you're able to lead others, and so how important that is. And the last thing, second last, he talks about responsibility. So having the character and integrity of a leader, and just how important it is just to take responsibility for what you do. I think that's self-explanatory. And the last part is synchronicity. I kind of talked a little bit about that earlier, but I'll just touch on it again. It just consists of being at the right place at the right time and making the most of luck and like your work and what you're doing. And so I know for myself, it's been amazing since I started Beachbody and making the decision to do this. The things that kind of come in place, like the people that come into my life and the things that just happen to happen, or the things that come to me that I'm like, wow, this could really help someone. And then it really does help someone. And so I think all of this comes together in just when you're at one with yourself and you really take that time to bond with other people and reach out to them, and you're just kind of one with everything. I think it all kind of works out. So that's what I have for you guys. So I'm so sorry about my kiddos.
No worries. Thank you for sharing. I did have a quick question. Do you have, I think maybe Mark interrupted, but you were on A for leader. What does DER stand for? Or did I miss that?
Yeah. That would be good for notes. Okay, so there is look and listen, emotional bonding, awareness, doing, empowerment. There's probably another A in there, isn't D, E, and then responsibility, synchronicity. Guys, did that spell leader for you?
That works. Thank you. And I love the fact that you brought up empowerment because, like, I don't know if you guys saw the team picture, but that's kind of where we're headed with the team is just helping people feel empowered again and having them feel strong in their own skin and comfortable and confident. So I love that. And what's the book called? I know you said the author's name, but I think I missed what the book was called.
I'll post it.
Okay. Yeah, that would be good. Definitely. Well, I hope you guys have notes. We have about 10 minutes left. If anybody has any questions for Megan, or I know Nina's also in Katie's Push to Diamond group. So if you guys have any questions for them, any questions for me, any questions at all?
Well, I will just say this isn't a question, and I guess I could probably wait until the end of the call, but Megan, I feel like you are vibing like you are very overwhelmed, and I don't know if you are, but the fact that you led the call as well as you did, and you have your kids in the same room as you, like, you deserve a glass or 3 of wine and like a bubble bath when your kids go to bed, okay? So you are awesome.
Yeah, you definitely rocked it, girl. Thank you so much. I loved everything I learned.
I seriously, oh my gosh, I brought mini marshmallows because I thought, like, they never ever get them. Mark begs for them. I was like, this is my game plan. I'm going to have mini marshmallows and they're going to be great. And it totally didn't work. I'm so sorry. I really thought I would have been able to make it work. But.
Oh, no, it was still an awesome call. Thank you for sharing. I know even today when we were chatting, I was definitely putting in your cart, but I think you crushed it, so.
Thank you so much, guys.
But does anybody have any other questions? I see Angelina's on the call. How are you, girl?
Pretty good.
That's
Can
good.
you hear me?
I can. How did you enjoy your first call?
First call as a coach, pretty good. I actually can relate to Megan. The only reason why my kids aren't bugging me is they're with grandma until Wednesday, so woo!
Getting plugged in while you can.
Yeah, I think I took the day off work today and I just kind of went through some videos and trying to get familiar with the coaching pages and Beachbody, so just trying to absorb right now.
Definitely. I think I think I could speak for all of us when we say we're excited to have you on the team. I know we've almost been all waiting for you for this moment to happen. So if you need any help, there's literally an endless amount of amazing leaders on the team. So anybody you want to contact, ask questions to, we're definitely always ready to answer.
All right.
Excited to have you. But,
Thanks.
Yeah. Jess, you look like you have something to say.
No, I think August is going to be a good month for all of us. I know, like, school's getting back, started, like you said, Em, and I mean, I've started to see some people talk about, like, how they want to start running challenges for those jeans that people put away before, like, summer started.
Oh, yeah.
And tight now. So, beginning of the month, start to think about what you want to do at the end of the month. And then a good thing that I learned in another leadership group that I'm in is the idea of starting a short but free challenge group. So you bring those people in and you say, okay, here's 4 days and we're going to do like a water challenge. So you say for 4 days, like, we're going to post all the water we drink or something fun to get them filtered in. And then you transfer them over into, maybe you start with the water challenge and you say, like, hey, I'd love to have you in this. Right after the water challenge, a week after, we're going to get set up to do like a really cool challenge group. And then hopefully it's kind of like the way that the girl who kind of mentioned this to me, I guess, it's like a funnel. So you're kind of getting them in like this big party bus, and then you're slowly starting to funnel them down into challengers. So that's just kind of an idea. And this week is the week that you kind of want to start thinking about what you want to do for the end of the month. Because I think the thing that I struggle with the most with challenge groups is I'm like, oh yeah, challenge group, August 21st. And then I'm like, Oh my gosh, it is August 15th and I am sweating because I have not posted that much about my challenge group. So really start to like think about it, put it into a plan and start to like get to work with it. And I guess that's what was on my mind to say.
See, I knew you had something good. I like the idea. I think I've probably seen almost sounds like the same video, but what even in my video, they use the 5-day eating clean challenge. And what you can do is by doing that in the beginning of the month, you can transfer them, like Jess said, into a challenge group. You know, say, oh, you did awesome in this challenge group. Like I do the same thing, except I can, you know, better, like quicker results. You'll have more of a team support and things like that. But really sorry for the language, don't half-ass your 5-day challenge group or your 7-day water challenge, whatever it is. Show them how awesome a challenge group can be, and then talk to them about the challenge group coming up. So what's important is if anybody has a big calendar in front of them, like I have one of those desk calendars, is to look at the Mondays on there and decide which day you want to start your challenge group, and then kind of work backwards from there. So like I have one set for August 25th. So I have approximately 3 weeks to get as many people as I can. So maybe even starting on Saturday, I'll do like a 3-day water challenge or something like that. So it's important to kind of think ahead, because you're going to get a lot of free customers. You add them in the Movement Legacy. And I don't know if anybody's noticed, but the 21-day fix is literally blowing up in the Movement Legacy. So if you get anyone in there at this point, I'm almost sure that they're going to be interested in the 21-day fix. I don't think anyone's seen negative results from that program. So that's definitely a good tip. Thanks for sharing.
A thing with the 21-day fix, anyone who asks questions about it or posts about it, try to incorporate, if you're a coach and you're posting about it, try to make sure you incorporate the importance of Shakeology. Because a lot of the people who are thinking about getting the fix, I know a good handful of them, you know, are kind of leery on Shakeology for whatever reason. So if they see that as like a really big game changer, I think it will, for your sales or for any coach's sales, it'll kind of lead them towards the challenge pack rather than just the program.
Definitely. And a good part of that sales pitch is when you're talking to them, just mention, hey, the 21-day fix is $7 when you get Shakeology. So it's literally the best deal out there. So I that's what I usually do, especially I did that for Pio, and that helped me sell a couple challenge packs. And they're like, wow, really? Like I could try Shakeology and get Pio. Like I might as well just do that, spend an extra like $40 instead of dabbling in it later and spending an extra $70. So that's a good selling point too.
And don't forget, guys, my challenge, that free meditation one is going on this month. So it starts August 11th. And again, just a free thing. Deepak Chopra and Oprah get together and you just listen to it. It's like 10 minutes each day, and it's all about expanding your happiness. And so you guys are welcome to invite anyone that you want into that. And
awesome. I'm looking forward to that.
I have a question for you. The challenge, are you just gonna, because I know that I filled out a survey thing for it. Was that survey for you, or was that like,
so it went to me, and then what I figured I'd do once we set up the challenge group, I'll do a couple days early, and then I'll have everyone register on that site to get sent to them from Deepak.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was wondering, if you were gonna be posting like the videos or the, you know, any of like the excerpt stuff, or if that was something that would just be emailed directly to the challengers.
It will be emailed to them, and then I'll try to just do topics each day just to talk about it a little more, or just, you know, do fitness tips and, you know, like try to incorporate what we do in there. You know, it's just inviting to so.
Well, I'm really looking forward to that. They say people who don't have time to meditate are the ones who need it the most, and that's this girl right here. So I'm excited. I definitely think I see 2 people on here that we should definitely make sure are in the group. Definitely Miss Melissa Gifford and Kayleen. They're definitely busy bees. So make sure if anybody talks to them this week, I'm calling it out as I see it right on the team call. So if they watch this, I hope they get in there. But well, it's almost 8:30. It's been really nice seeing all you ladies, and Angelina, thank you for getting on. Cassandra and your little girl, Alyssa. It's been nice hanging out with you guys. Do you guys have any other things going on in your business you want to talk about, or any other questions for Miss Megan and how she's killing it all the time in her business? I definitely, if you guys have time, pick her brain, because she is top coach in Team Fit to Fight right now, and only getting better, I assume. So she's a freight train. So I would take advantage of that.
Yeah, there's a little wagon that's, I think, started, and if you definitely haven't gotten on Megan or Nina's side, you probably should, because I think they both have a way of making me personally feel like very intimidated. I'm like, oh crap, like I really have to be on top of my game when I talk to these two freaks, because they are just
I couldn't agree more. I think I definitely love talking to these two, because they demand the best leadership out of me, and I love that. I love being held accountable, even though it sounds kind of weird. I like being put to the test. So talking to those two make me a better person and a better leader. So get a hold of them. That's your guys' job this week.
I'm so happy to have you as a leader and doing the calls every week.
Yeah, definitely.
I see, I always feel like I just get so chatty when I do my I don't know how you guys even listen to me.
Yeah, like it's my new life. We've had your leadership, so.
Oh yeah. You guys
We
are
just
too
sit here,
awesome.
we're like, Emily's gonna say something worthwhile in a second. Hold on.
Aw, thanks guys. Well, thanks for killing it, Megan. You did awesome. Definitely looking forward to next week. Before the call, we kind of talked about how we really wanted to start making this more mandatory and everything. So hopefully you'll see all you ladies on here next week, and, you know, grab somebody on your team, grab somebody on the team that you know or that you talk to. And if you did participate in Jess's call to action last week, would have talked to 2 new people from the coaching team this week. And I definitely did. I got out there and I talked to somebody I didn't even know who was on the team, which is embarrassing for me to say, but it was really awesome. So I'm excited. I like that challenge. I'm going to challenge myself every week to do that. And I hope you guys do too, because there's a lot of stuff you guys can learn from talking to other leaders. But that kind of sums it up. This month, T25 is back on sale. So that is a killer program, 25 minutes. People have no excuses. So if they try to give you the time excuse, it's 25 minutes. That's literally less than a TV program. So get out there, expose it. I'm running a challenge group on August 25th. If anybody wants to tag along, it's going to be for the 21-day fix, because I'm officially a huge fan and I'm not even done with week 1. So I'm kind of attached to it. It's my little baby right now. So anybody who wants to join in on that, feel free, and just keep me in the loop if you want it. And I'll keep you updated. But yeah.
Have you started to hate anyone in the program yet?
I actually haven't. I do see when I do my workouts, I put my workout on mute and I listen to personal development. So I haven't. There is that one girl with an afro. I don't know if she bugs me or not. But what I don't get is, and this is totally, I should probably stop recording, but what I don't get is their little t-shirts. Like, why don't you just wear a sports bra? What is the point of like a half hoodie sweater shirt?
The same thing.
I like her shirts. I love the one that says I love sumo burpees. Like, I just like it because you guys know how I feel about burpees. I absolutely love it.
Well, the girl with the afro, today she wore a hoodie that was all cut off, like it was a sports bra with no sleeves, but it had a hood, and it just didn't make any sense to me. Why is that necessary? But that's it for now, Jess. Does that answer your question?
Wait until you meet Tammy. This is who's doing the 21-day fix? Okay, so, or who has done it? The girl, she's like, And that's how she's got a smile just plastered on her face the whole time. I'm like, I want to choke you. Why are you smiling so much? This is insane. Oh my gosh, it makes me so mad. And then when
know what
she
workout
starts,
she's in?
I think she's in the upper body one.
Okay.
I don't know. When she starts to smile, then I'm like for some reason I'm like, okay, if this girl's smiling, maybe it'll help me. And then I just get
Now you get mad at yourself because you look so lame. I'm just kidding. But that's funny. Yeah, I actually did upper fix today and I didn't notice, but maybe next week.
Maybe it's not upper fix. I'll send you a picture of her.
Okay. Sounds good. But all right, ladies, I'm going to end the call, but it was nice seeing your beautiful faces, and I am sure I'll see you guys next week. And give Megan some love on her page. She did an awesome job tonight. But good luck with the rest of the night with your babies, with your hubby gone. And there it is, just to close out the call. Just kidding. Have a good night, guys.